People of Ireland, era, people of era, listen up. This is very, very, very important. Here we have a passport, but it's not just any passport. It's an Irish national sovereign passport, and I'm going to prove it. Up above there, at the very top, in upper and lower, in Irish, spells European Union. Then in English, underneath it, the second official language, English, European Union. Then in upper, both in upper, ERA and Ireland, both incorporated. Okay, I'll explain why. That is a 9-stringed harp on front. Then it says pass Irish and passport in English. And notice it's in gold. Okay? Now, this is where it gets interesting. This is the most important page on it. Let me see. Okay? But that's an 11-stringed harp. Okay? Then we have these Celtic designs. They go back a long time on each corner. Okay? Then this, you see this? This design is an ancient Irish Celtic sign. It goes back thousands of years to establish, what colour is that? Gold? Sovereignty of an ancient indigenous people. Hunter-gatherers, saints and scholars, the Emerald Isle, the jewel in the crown, fat lands, Eru, land of abundance. Okay? Then it's in the old Irish text, different from the front page. Different from the front page. In both. It is written, okay, because that is a sovereign seal. And that has, I've blocked that out, but that is a unique number, which is your birthright. That's a different number than your passport number. Check it out. That goes back to your birth certificate and everything. That's your birthright. Okay? It's a very unique number and it's held in a different registry, probably the Papal Bull. The Minister for Foreign Affairs and Trade of Ireland, ERA in Irish, requests all whom it may concern to allow the bearer, a citizen of Ireland, to pass freely without hindrance and to afford the bearer all the necessary assistance and protection. That is what is known as a unilateral agreement. You have applied for that to the state and the nation, and you have proven that you are an Irish national, and because being born in ERA, you fall sovereign. I will explain. That is your sovereign seal. That is your sovereign number. They're your ancient things. The next page, okay, I'm going to show you this now. Okay, you see the way that there's like a creamy colour? And that thing in there, okay, is an ancient, goes back thousands of years too. That's a sovereign seal, okay? Now you see the creamy colour, and then it goes out into a bluey colour. That's incorporating with the sovereign colour, okay? ERA, hold on, ERA, Ireland, passport. Okay? You see all this, folks? Yeah? So, I want to show you this then. Your constitution. The colour of a sovereign constitution and the colour of an incorporated constitution. That is your sovereign constitution. Okay? With your old Irish text at the top and everything else grammatically taken off because it's in all caps and in brackets the whole way down the page. The only writing that's on that page is the old Irish text. Okay? Well, that there was out 29th of December 1937. Then they brought in this one in 1942. Now look at the colours, folks. You see? Sovereign colour, incorporated colour, sovereign colour, incorporated colour. Now let's get back to the passport. Okay? That's a sovereign constitution, 63 articles. That's an incorporated 150 articles with ASL. That is not the old Irish text. Let me explain. Now we get in here. What is that? That is a very, very detailed map of an island. A sovereign island named Era. Okay? It sees and all its islands around it. Okay? Up in Irish, up here, up in Ulster. In Irish, in the old Irish. Look, the old E and all. Yeah? Then you go down here. This is how you prove your nationality. Okay? It is the entitlement and birthright of every person born in the island of Ireland era, which includes its islands, its seas, to be part of the nation, the Irish nation. That proves your Irish nationality. A national is above state. A sovereign. You fall sovereign as a national. This proves it, folks. Right? But I found out some disturbing news since finding this all out. That's your passport number, which is not the same as that number. Check it out for yourselves. Okay? Then we go in here. Okay? Then you have an 11-stringed harp. Okay? But up here you have a gold era. Gold is the colour of sovereign. Okay? Then era, Ireland and Irlande. Why? Because the founding papers of this state and the proclamation was read out in both Irish and French, because the French acknowledged our sovereignty and our independence on the 24th of April, on the 21st of January 1919 and the 24th of April 1916. And what's it say here? Earnacht? Irish, not British, Irish. None else, just Irish. Okay? Yeah? Then you have this one, which is, do you see that? The shiny one. It's like a, look, biometric. It's a biometric passport. So the biometrics are already in, folks. And that there is another Celtic seal. Okay? Ancient Celtic seal. Right? Then you go to the back page. What's that? Ulster, Munster, Connacht and Leinster. The first language there is the Irish. The second language is the second official language, which is English. And the third language is French. There's your corners. Ancient Celtic corners. Okay? You see what I mean, people? This is a 32 sovereign, independent, democratic, provincial state and nation. And under Article 2, yeah, Article 2 clarifies the national territory consists of the whole island of Ireland, its islands and its territorial seas. The name of the state is Éire, or in the English language, Ireland. Ireland is a sovereign, independent, democratic state. The Irish nation hereby affirms its indefeasible, inalienable, and sovereign right to choose its own form of government, to determine its relations with other nations, and to develop life, political, economic, cultural, in accordance with its own genius and traditions. Sovereign passport. When you're on the island, of Éire, and you carry this here is the most important document the state can issue you. This declares your sovereignty, and this declares your nationality as a national of a sovereign independent state called Éire. And we the people do hereby enact and adopt and give ourselves this constitution on the 29th of December 1937 by we the people. And the preamble states, okay, in the name of the most holy Trinity, to whom all authority and to whom our final end and all actions, both men and states, must be referred. We the people of Éire do hereby adopt, enact and give ourselves this constitution. Not that incorporated constitution of the Crown since 1942 with a bastardized, standardized Irish, which is not that. It is not that. But look at the Constitution, all caps. Now go to the Chicago Manual of Styles, 17th edition, page 666, and look up foreign languages, and it falls under American Sign Language, ASL. That is ASL, not to be recognized or not to be spoken language in English. It is signed language. Only the illiterate can speak that. That is our sovereign text. That is our sovereign text. And that sovereign text is protected under Article 63 of this original sovereign constitution. A copy of this constitution, signed by the Taoiseach, the Chief Justice and the Chairman of Dáil Éireann, shall be enrolled in the record of the office of the Registrar of the Supreme Court, and such signed copy shall be conclusive evidence of the provisions of this constitution in case of conflict between the Irish and English texts. The Irish text shall prevail. The Irish text and the Irish language are the first official, principal text and language of this sovereign state and nation Éire. Look, Balaclava, or whatever, Dublin. Yeah. Look, people. There it is. That's incorporated. That's incorporated. Yeah? So, we'll go here, and I'll show you this is your true harp of this country, with the correct strings on it. It's a green harp, shamrock green, and there's 10 strings on it. That one has 9 strings on it. That one's 11 strings on it, and there's 3 different corporations there. Okay? But this constitution is the longest running constitution within the European Union, and they acknowledge our sovereignty. And that's why they use our first official language and text within this. As you can see, the old E, everything, that is the old Irish text, and we cannot write it in our country. Anybody who falls under that text there, the English Roman text, falls slave. They do not know their rights, and they do not know what nationality is, nor to fall sovereign under, by default, under this sovereign constitution by we the people of Era. Now, I'll go back to this. I have found out something very alarming. There's people who are getting Irish passports now, right? And that gold seal is removed. Their sovereignty has been removed. These here four corners have been removed. Okay? This is all bigger. It's horrible looking. Yeah? And you see when you go to the back, the four provinces have been removed. The four provinces have been removed. And also, I find very alarming because that is the island of a sovereign, independent, democratic state and nation, and the name of it is Era. It is the entitlement and birthright of every person born in this island of Ireland, which includes its islands and seas, to be part of the Irish nation under Article 2. Under Article 2 of that Constitution, the national territory as a nation and a national consists of the whole island of Ireland and its islands and its territorial seas. The name of the state is Era, and in the English language, Ireland. Ireland is an independent, democratic, sovereign state. People, you need to understand that you have been operating out of quasi-constitution since 1942. Okay? The point of fraud is the 1st of September 1939, the beginning of the Second World War, where Era went into a time of war, emergency legislation, and that constitution can only solely be amended by national referendum, because we the people have the final say. And if you look at Article 6.1, okay, if you look at Article 6.1, alright, I'll get it now for you. Article 6.1. Boom. 6.1. It says, is and public. It is the people. And it states, and it finishes with, is and public. Okay? And public. And public. Four times in Article 6.1 in the Irish law, where it says, as is necessary for the benefit of the people, and not that of the English translation, all powers of government, legislative, executive, and judicial derive under God from the people. 2 lines before people is mentioned. The other one says, it is from the people. And it ends with the people, and it's twice people in there. This only has people in it once. All powers of government, legislative, executive, judicial derive under God from the people, whose right it is to designate the rulers of the state and the final appeal to decide all questions and national policy according to the requirements of the common good. Well, it does not translate that here. Okay? We need a judicial review, people. We need a judicial review. Because under Article 63, we have found conflict within the Irish and English text. And the Irish text shall prevail. And under Article 9.2, fidelity to the nation and loyalty to the state is a fundamental and political duty of all citizens. That is you and I. You're a sovereign national when you're walking on this island, or any of the islands, or on any of its seas. And when you leave, you're a national of Era, but you're a citizen of Era when you leave under international shipping codes. Okay? I hope this helps people. Now go and look at your passports, because a lot of you have relinquished your sovereignty. You do not have that sovereign seal. Okay? You do not have the 4 provinces. Right? And you do not have the 10 strings harp. Okay? They're incorporated, sovereign, thousands of years old seal. There it is there. There's your birthright, just solely number in underneath it. That's your passport number. It's different to it. Go and check it out, people. Okay? And most importantly, the most important thing a state can issue is the island of where you belong as a national. And that is it there. And there's no borders on it. There is no borders on it, people. And it's very, very detailed. All the rivers and everything in the mountains, everything. It is very detailed. Because, as it says, the whole island of Ireland, Era, 32 county independent democratic state. I hope this reads up who you are, what you are, and where you are, people. You need to start realizing this. You're sovereign, independent, democratic people. We're all authority derives from the people, under God. And this is a contract we, the people, give to the government to adhere to. And fraud has been committed on it on the 1st of September 1939 under time of war. Era was not at war. We had 83 stones or 83 things around the cliff edges so Allied forces wouldn't bomb us, saying Era. There's a foreign government and there's a sovereign government. A foreign government, there is Era, right? That was an original 1937 one. And look at your coinage, people. Look at your coinage. It says Era on your coinage. Era, the name of the state is on your coinage, people. Okay? Yeah? And there's old stamps from back then. Era. Not Republic of Ireland, not the Free State, not the Republic of Ireland, not Ireland. The name of the state is Era, and it should be addressed as such by sovereign nationals. Have a nice day.